Hey everybody, welcome to another KUIU Live event. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Chad Mendes.
How's it going?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, glad to be here.
You've been busy.
I have, man. It's been a crazy fall.
Yeah, exactly. So Chad and I are going to talk a little bit about what he's been up to, what he has coming up, a little bit about his business, Fins and Feathers.
Fins and Feathers.
Fins and Feathers. And then we'll be taking questions along the way. I know there's a lot of questions people have probably around what you've been up to and what you have coming up with.
Cool.
With the get back in the cage in UFC, and but do a little bit of business. I just want to highlight a new product we launched today, the new bino harness system that we have, and made some nice changes to the existing bino harness, really to accept some accessories in a way that allows you to carry things and switch things out pretty efficiently. Just a couple changes we made to the system. We added our spacer mesh we use in our pack, just to really add breathability when it lays up against your chest. It's the same spacer mesh we put on our shoulder straps, and then we added hook and loop on the bottom of the bino harness, and this allows for our rangefinder, the new rangefinder that came out with the hook on the back side of it. You can attach it now right to the bottom of your bino harness. It's a great place to carry it. It's what I like versus putting it on the side, easier access, and then you can switch it out. And then when I'm rifle hunting, and I don't need a rangefinder like I do when I'm bow hunting, I use the one on my binoculars. It's a great place to carry your bullets.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll get you one of these.
Yeah, I need one of those.
Yeah, you do. You do. So take a look at that. It's out on the site and launched today.
Nice.
So you had a heck of a year.
Oh, dude, it's been crazy. Most importantly, I just got married.
I know.
So,
to an amazing girl. I've
she's awesome.
Gotten to get to know her. She's... Yeah. I don't know what lies you told her. But keep telling
I got her.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys just got married this summer, right?
Yeah, it was August 5th, and I had to make sure it was right before hunting season. So
we're timing so bad. I got married on the 18th of July for the same reason.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we got to plan it, right?
Of course, yeah. Of course. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. So, planning all the Fins and Feathers trips and a lot of my personal hunting trips, I've just had to keep in mind the wife is at home, sure. But I mean, she's pretty understanding. It's been a damn good year.
It's a challenge. I mean, I run the same thing, work-life balance, you know, and I've got kids, and being a dad, being a husband, running a business. I got to travel a lot for just supply chain and meetings, and then I'm doing a lot of hunting. It's hard to balance.
Oh yeah, just juggling it.
Yeah. So it seems like you're making the most of your time out of the cage, away from the UFC. And really building your Fins and Feather business. Take everyone through kind of what Fins and Feathers is and what makes it unique and special and how it works.
So Fins and Feathers is a business me and a really good buddy of mine started. I would say probably 4 or 5 years ago. We started coming up with some type of ideas. I know I can't fight forever, so I wanted to create something that I can make money doing something I absolutely love to do, which is being in the outdoors, hunting, fishing, and just hanging out with cool people that love the same things that I love. So, we ended up coming up with Fins and Feathers. So what it is, we call it like a celebrity hunt service. Sure. So I put together, I think we have 15 different Celebrity Pro Staff members right now. Yep. Awesome. We have a lot of UFC fighters. We have pro baseball, basketball, football players, actors, some PBR guys. Nice. Just a cool mix of different celebrities and athletes. And what we do is we put together a year-long schedule, and we do different trips all over the world. We go as far as New Zealand for red stag and stuff like that. We do Nevada mule deer, antelope. We do mule deer in Utah, Colorado elk, alligators, crocodile, all kinds of crazy stuff, And so we'll put together the full year-long schedule. And we'll add like 1 or 2 of the celebrities on each of those trips, book it up with clients, and they'll go hang out, get to hunt, fish, whatever the trip is with those celebrities. Oh, cool. And just kind of make it a new, unique experience. You could, hire an outfitter anywhere in the world, It's pretty much the same thing. You're going there, you're hanging out with the outfitter, you harvest an animal, and that's it.
Yep, exactly.
Now you're getting to do it with someone that you might watch on TV, someone that you look up to in a sport. You might...
What a cool concept.
Yeah, you get to see them at a meet and greet, you shake their hand, maybe take a picture, and then that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hunting brings people together. It's so much of a personal level. Yeah, so...
You really get to know somebody when you go hunting.
Exactly, and it's just a good bonding experience. Yeah, I know, right? So, we created Fins and Feathers and just,
And so it seems like it's really... And how long... Because it's been, 2 years?
We launched at the end of 2015.
So it's really grown, it seems like.
The last 2 years.
The number of hunts are going on. I notice how fun events you guys are getting booked up. And it's really taken off, so...
Yeah, we doubled. I think 2016 we had our set trips, and then I doubled it from 16 to 17 and booked everything out. So
awesome.
It was
18 looks like another
yeah
busy year.
It is, and I think I'm going to step it back a bit just because I'm going to get back into the octagon and fight.
Personally, you're going to have to, sure.
I'll be sending a lot of the celebrities on a lot of the trips, and I'm just going to have to be sitting home twiddling my thumbs, jealous. But you know, that's the whole business model
Sure.
for me was, you know, when I'm still fighting, if I can get this up and running and start it, you know, I have those other celebrities to send on the trips. The last 2 years was cool because I got to go on a lot of them. And I have worked with the outfitters. I trust them. I know that they're, you know, someone that I can send one of the celebrities on with clients with me not being there and trust that it's going to go the way it's supposed to.
Well, and for clients, we do it with our customers. If they want to book something, there's a lot of choices. And like any business, there's good people to go with and bad
Exactly.
people. But for you guys to be able to vet that out, know they're going to have a great experience.
Yep.
In advance. That's a cool concept.
Yeah, it's been fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Plus, you, like you said, you get to take advantage of what you're doing now and be able to build a business for the future, which, you know, I was an ex-professional athlete, and when my career ended with my broken neck, I was like, oh my God, I got to figure out what to do now, right? And I struggled until I figured out to get into this business and, like you said, do something you love and you're passionate about. That's awesome. Do you guys have, so if someone wants to book a hunt, what's the best way to do it?
So finsandfeathers.com, and fins and feathers is both spelled with a Z. I don't know if you guys can see this on my hat, but
that's really creative. Yeah.
Fins and Feathers spelled with a Z. We have our schedule up there. We're working on our 2018 schedule right now. Yeah. We usually launch it towards the end of the year, so like usually December, or if we don't do it at the end of the year, it'll be right the 1st of January. And once we launch it, I'll have it all over my social media.
Cool.
People can go on the website and just look at all the trips and start booking up.
Yeah, nice. And so you've had an amazing fall. I've noticed all the pictures. Every time I go in I turn on Instagram, you're hunting somewhere else, shooting something else.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, take us through what some of the hunts you did this year.
Yeah, I mean, this year has, I mean, obviously with the time on my hands and being able to really focus on getting into the outdoor world and just making a name and trying to build a brand in the outdoor world, I've just spent so much time and energy on it. And I've been completely blessed, man. I feel very lucky this year to have been able not only just to go on the trips, but the luck that I've had on these trips.
That's amazing.
The elk that I got this year was the biggest elk that I've ever killed.
What did that end up scoring?
Like 379 and some change, yeah.
That was in Utah, right?
Utah over the counter. Got that with my bow. That was an incredible trip. Right after that, I was in Alberta, Canada.
Blaze, you pull that up?
Oh, yeah, that's the bull right there.
Yeah.
So, perfect top of the heart shot. He went, I don't know, 40 yards and was done right there. Quick kill. I got to watch it all happen. Yeah.
380 class bulls.
Oh, yeah. And so we got the freezer full of all the elk meat, which I absolutely love to. That's another thing that I love about being able to hunt and being an outdoorsman. You know, having the freezer. I have two and a half. I have a fridge with the freezer up top, but 2 full freezers full of meat. And through my training camps, I basically live off the wild game that I kill. I create awesome new recipes, like look stuff up that I can kind of copy the same thing with a beef recipe and just add ground elk or elk steaks. I love it, man. It's like I live for it.
It's lean, it's healthy, it's true organic free range. You pay a lot of money for it, but even better.
Oh, exactly. So the Utah trip was awesome. Then I went to Alberta. So I've been wanting to do a spot and stock archery Alberta hunt for a long time now.
I have too. I haven't done that.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
Was it? A lot of deer too.
A lot of deer. There's actually a lot of elk. We saw a lot of moose. But I just had a mule deer tag. Actually, I had a whitetail tag too, but was focused on the mule deer. Yeah. And I went up there and met with a great group of guys. They have a show up there called The Fever.
Okay.
And so we filmed it for their show. It'll be on up there in Canada.
Nice.
And then we're doing a video that I'm going to be able to put up on my YouTube of the show because that show's not aired here in the States. So
let us know when you launch it.
Yeah, that way people
we'll link it out to our
our
customers for sure. That's the deer there.
That's the one from Utah.
Okay.
The one that I got in Alberta had a dropper. There he is, right there.
That's
nice buck. I honestly didn't even know he had a dropper. So I was sneaking up. I was sneaking up on these deer that we had spotted a ways away, and they were bedded up next to like a little tule patch in a cut canola field. Okay. So there's like nothing to hide behind.
I remember the Eastern Plains of Colorado last year.
It's tough.
Out there. It's tough.
You're like belly crawling and just sneaking.
Really creative on how you live in. Yeah.
And I actually thought they were up and over another hill, so I'm being quiet, but not like scanning as much as I should have. And I'm like just watching where my feet. I'm stepping. I'm being quiet. I'm stepping over these, big cut canola lanes. and I step over and I look up, and like 40, I think it was 47 yards, that buck is laying there just staring at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, oh crap. And I didn't even know what he was. I just could tell he was a good buck, looked like a mature deer. And so I range him, 47, clip on my release, pull back, and he stands up and he's staring straight at me. And I'm like, I can't take this shot. I'm just sitting there waiting. And I have my cameraman that's over the top of me, probably 30 yards behind me. And he's just on me because he can't even see the deer. Yeah. And I wait, and as soon as this deer turns broadside, hammered him, and you see the buck run out in the screen, like with me standing there watching him, and then the buck tips over, and I just like throw my hands up.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool footage, yeah.
That's so I love spotting and stalking mule deer. It's what I grew up doing.
It's so fun.
In California and in Nevada. It's something about big mule deer that's just different.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even the sheep hunting, the mule deer to me is just a different species, especially with the bow in the hand.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's the horn porn. I can't handle it.
I know.
And they taste damn good, too.
They do. No, that's cool. Great to hear the business is progressing the way it is. It's not surprising. I know how hard you worked at it, and I know how much you love it. And that's usually what leads to something being successful is the person driving it, their love and their passion towards it. That's awesome.
I agree.
So we've got UFC's come back into your life this next year.
Yep.
What do you think? What's timing wise and kind of what do you know at this point?
So we'll be back in the octagon either end of May or beginning of June is what we're shooting for. I don't know.
How long has it been since you've been? Since you took,
little over 2 years. Is what it'll be.
That's probably because when you stepped out, you were 31.
30.
30.
Sorry, I was 31.
31,
right.
and you had talked to me about it. Like at that time in your life, you're like, God, I've been training since I was 8.
Mm-hmm. 5.
Since you were 5.
Dude,
that's like my son, right?
Yeah.
Then you were a collegiate wrestler, and then you got into UFC, and it's been most of your life.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like 20 and like 24 years or something. I'd never taken a year off.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Always, from 5 years old, there was never off time.
Yeah, that is a long time to be committed to athletics, and that type of athletics is just so intense and so hard on your body and your joints. And I know you talked about, God, I'm kind of going through a stage where I'm not feeling it. And the break good mentally? It's got to be great. I know it's great physically, but it's got to be good to get out. And do you feel kind of recharged and remotivated at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think both mentally and physically it's been so great for me. Just being able to step away from it, let my body heal. I had bumps and bruises, broken the tops of my foot. There were so many things that just never had time to heal. It was like you go from a training camp, take like a week or two off, and jump right back into another one, and you just.
It seems like UFC, you kind of always have to stay in shape because, like the McGregor fight, you got to call 2 weeks before, right? And obviously, it's not a training camp. Which fighting a fight like that, you want to have a full camp, but you don't have the luxury sometimes. You got to take the fight if you can get it. And so you never really get to just
let your body heal. You're just always there's always something that's injured or bumped, bruised, or something like that. So, I mean, I think that just goes with the sport. I mean, it sucks, but that's part of it. But I mean, I think just having the time off, being able to mentally kind of step away from it, let everything recharge. Like I have that drive again. Like I was feeling burnt.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be honest.
Talking about that. You're like, dude, I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, I get it.
I think. I mean, this is a type of sport you can't half-ass. I mean, you have to be 100%. Yeah, you're going to get hurt if you're not. Exactly.
Everyone's too good.
Yep. So I think taking the time off, getting fins and feathers up and running, I have the comfortability now of knowing that business is up and running, and I have something, no matter what, to fall back on, and being able to have that confidence to where you can go in there and just have fun. You go through training camp now, you have fun. It's not so much pressure on you all the time to, I have to win, I got to make these pennies, and so it's just, I think it's going to be a completely different Chad Mendes, and I'm excited to get back in there.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I know I'm excited about it. I know a lot of people are excited about it. Let's take a little break and see what questions are coming in. Nickade?
Yes, we've got quite a few. Everyone's wanting to see the new Hoyt bow.
Oh, really?
How
do you know? Oh, you already posted it. I saw it. It's sick.
Yeah.
I'm getting one, too.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I'm just a little bummed I don't have mine before yours. Who do you know over there?
Yeah, Jeremy. Jeremy's my hookup.
Jeremy's supposed to hook me up, too.
So what are your thoughts on that bow?
I've actually only been able to shoot it maybe 5 or 6 times, just getting it dialed, and so far it is hands down the best bow I've ever shot. Super smooth. Like everything is just what it's supposed to be, what you guys have heard. If you guys haven't heard any of the reviews yet, look at Knock On TV. I know he's done some reviews and stuff like that, and I think he just killed a buck with it too. So he's going to do a podcast too. But unbelievable bow.
Yeah, just the updates they made to it that you're just showing me are awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to get it all dialed in and start hunting with it. I have the whitetail hunt's coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm hoping I can get it all dialed in and set before I can head out. Yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of time on it from now till then. So
that's awesome.
We'll see.
What else you got, McCade?
Another question came in for Chad on Instagram from Christopher McHugh. Wants to know what boots you're wearing.
These are Ariat boots.
Super fancy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you guys could even see those.
Let's zoom in on those.
That's cool.
They're nice.
Well, these are ostrich.
Nothing but the best.
That's right.
Look at those things. I need a pair of those.
Yeah, they're nice. I wish I would have went the wide. My foot's a little tight in there.
What size are those? Those 12s?
No.
13s?
If he thinks that's what size they are, I'm not even going to tell him what they really are.
Come on.
They're a 9.
That's not as bad as I thought. I thought it would be like 6s. Sorry,
come on, dude. Oh, man.
Well, don't make you stand up me next year. You don't want that. What else we got?
Josh Redman asked, what's been your favorite hunt this year?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I've had quite a few really fun ones through Fins and Feathers, just being able to hang out with all the clients and, do those. We just had that big mule deer hunt in Utah. That was actually one of the photos you put up, the big wide tall buck. We had, I think we had 10 shooters on that trip, and it was unbelievable. Everybody tagged out but one guy who was just being super, super picky. Not that he couldn't have, but just didn't quite see what he wanted. And then when it came down to the moment of truth, he might have missed a couple of times. So
we don't want to talk about that.
We won't talk about that. But
so you were hunting where in Utah? That's like open kind of field stuff.
Yeah, that's southern Utah. It's Monticello.
Okay.
And so a lot of it's like cedar patches, a lot of sage brush, and then you'll have some ag fields here and there. And,
so they're going hitting ag fields, and then
they'll go bed up either in the sage, where they just completely disappear, which is crazy. It'll be like sage is tall, and they lay down and they're gone.
Yeah.
Or those cedar patches. And when I killed him, I actually bedded him up right at first light, going in one of those cedar patches, and I sat on him all day long. And they ended up coming out in the evening, and he came out at like 900 yards, and I just didn't have a shot. Had to back out and come all the way around, and ended up belly crawling into 220 yards, I think is what it was.
Really?
And ended up getting in there.
Nice.
That was cool.
Nice.
This question here's for Jason. Came in from...
Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Got it, bro.
Kind of hot. I get it. I come on there all the time.
Yeah. They asked, can you elaborate on the seamless or stitchless technologies KUIU is working on? I think that's coming from your video that you shot in Japan recently.
Oh, the welded seam technology. Yeah, that's a project in development. It's a factory that really has over there to see their capacity, the different things they can build. We're working on some cases for electronics, cameras that are completely seam sealed through that welded technology with waterproof zips that can be submerged in water that can handle moisture, and they're light and streamlined. Compared to what's out there right now, there isn't the type of designs out there that I think really solve some of the problems that we're bringing, like we deal with when you're bringing cameras to go film in the field and dealing with the type of conditions we deal with. And like Paul Bride's gone through 4 different cameras over the 5 years that we worked together. And he's shooting the really expensive materials.
They're cheap, yeah.
No. So he's the one that was complaining, and I was like, well, let's put our heads together and see if we can solve this, and that factory's going to do that. Plus, they're able to do, which I didn't understand, they can do welded bags. So we're looking at building like a completely waterproof, like our Ultra 6000.
No way.
But it's all seam sealed with waterproof fabric, a waterproof zip.
When you say welded bags, that's just completely
There's no stitching.
No way.
They RF weld all the seams, and then we put like a T-zip or YKK Aqua Seal zip that are waterproof submersible zippers, and then the bag could be literally thrown in the water. So if you're doing float trips, you're hunting really wet stuff, it won't get wet. And we can do dry bags and all sorts of really cool stuff out of the factory.
Nice.
So stay tuned. It's the type of technology we've been working on finding the right partner on that.
This question came in from Facebook from James J. Reese, and he asked,
James?
why not sell the products on the KUIU World Tour?
We've had that a lot, you know. You've seen the World Tour
Oh,
of the
yeah.
truck, and
I've
for
heard
us
from
to
a few
manage
people.
that amount of inventory it would require an entire another semi, and then refilling while that thing's out on the road. I wish we could carry all the inventory, carry all the sizes, people come in and walk out with it. It could be like like our store here, but it's just not, you know, logistically reasonable or possible. And so we treat it like our trade shows. You've seen the response to our booth at trade shows.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
mob scene because people want to touch it, feel it,
Non-stop.
try it
Oh,
on.
yeah.
And this is that opportunity, but we're taking it to people's towns. So I wish we could. And I wish we could even have T-shirts and hats, guys, that's that, but it's just impossible.
I got a question.
It is.
If,
Yeah,
so,
you can ask a question.
as far as the East Coast goes for
Yep.
KUIU, are you guys going to start venturing as far as that direction?
Yeah, so
Or-
it's a good question.
Yeah.
And, you know, this year
Have
we
people
wanted to hit our
asking.
core market.
Gotcha.
And really test the truck and make sure we had a lot of success with it. And then we're going to do a full financial analysis of it. In fact, next week we're doing it, looking at what we learned from this year on the tour. And then my goal is to push it east, right?
Gotcha.
That's where the customers don't know about KUIU. That's where people want
Mm-hmm.
to learn it, learn more about the products and the brand. Out west, we've done a really good job in this market, obviously, as you've seen when you go.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people wearing KUIU, which is awesome.
Yeah, I've had a few clients that are from the East Coast that come to one of our trips just completely decked out head to toe in KUIU. They're like, dude, we need some stuff, some love out there. And I'm like, I'll ask them. I'll see what.
And we're working on it. I mean, we know that market we've done a poor job as far as bringing our product out there, doing trade shows out there with the mobile show.
You just got to start somewhere. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I always believe building a brand, you got to start with your core, which is the West and what we build it for, the mountains, and then. You know, the guys out east are all coming west to hunt. They all want to hunt the mountains. And we just need to do more about bringing our marketing and our products out there. We are.
Cool.
Good question. Do you have any others, Chad?
that's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got? That's it?
So another one coming in from Instagram, from Lee Cleanow, and he asked, what is your advice on someone trying to break into the outdoors industry as a career, from your experience with meeting lots of people in the industry?
Me or Chad?
Both. Let's hear both of your guys' takes on it.
I mean, I'll let you start that one.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I mean, I'm actually still trying to break into it and do the same thing. Some of the main things I focused on are obviously representing brands in a positive way. You'll get a lot of these guys that, you know, when it comes to hunting, you'll see a big buck on the other side of the fence that, you know, I got to kill that because it's going to be a cool post or something like that. You cannot be doing that type of stuff, and you get guys that are just making bad choices. And once you get in the habit of doing that and you become that face, you're done.
Yep.
So I think just representing hunter, you know, outdoor brands, everything in a positive manner is key and huge.
I also think for guys like that are representing brands, it's representing brands they would use regardless versus
Yes,
what
exactly.
they're getting paid to use. And I think that's been we don't have a pro staff here, and that's a primary reason is pro staff, to me, a lot of guys, it's where the industry started, and it was great, but they lost their credibility because one year they're promoting Nikon, next year they're promoting this brand or that brand, and you'd say, well, what's the best? Because last year you told me this is the best, and now you're over with this brand, now you're over with this brand. And being true to the brands you and building a relationship that lasts a long time, because this is the brands you would use regardless. 'Cause
Exactly.
they're great.
Ultimately,
And I know you've done that.
that's what it comes down to is if you're using a brand, you're using a product, but it's something you absolutely hate. I mean, there's no point in, like you said, now it's just becoming
Use the brands you use anyways,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Like Hoyt.
Yep.
I mean, you know, who wouldn't want to shoot a Hoyt?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? If you get Hoyt to sponsor you in the process, you'd be
Yeah,
good.
that'd be great.
And as far as building, you know, getting into the industry, you know, it's a great industry. One of the things I love is the customers, what we get to do, the products we get to build, is you're really defining on what you would like to bring to the industry, what interests you, whether it's marketing, whether it's product design, whether it's, you know, some aspect in your business career that you think you can add to this industry and help a brand become more successful. And, you know, going and becoming an expert in that and then bring it to a company and build your way into it. And it's a hard industry to break into at times because so many people want to be part of it. So many people want to be involved with it because they love hunting.
Yep.
You know, and I think it's becoming an expert in something and then just never giving up that opportunity, that dream to finally break into it. And just like anything, something you want to do in life, as you know, it takes a lot of work to get there.
No, it does.
None of it's easy.
You got to have the passion, the love, and the drive for it, and then you got to put the work in.
And then it's so much better than just getting a paycheck.
Yeah, for sure.
So this one's been asked about 15 times during the live feed.
Uh-oh.
Youth gear. I know we've covered it before.
Yeah. So I developed a youth line primarily because of my son. He was like, Dad, I can't hunt somebody else's stuff. Right? And we're working on when the timing is going to be with that. I was hoping to have it out this fall. We've delayed it again. We're looking at slotting in at some time, hopefully next year. And it really, for us, it's making sure that we can stay in stock in our current inventory and our key inventory that drives this business, and then add incremental segments within this business. And right now, we are just really dumping our money into the inventory that drives KUIU. We will be adding youth. We'll be adding a full line of youth. It's just got to make a lot of business sense around when we do it, and we can only spend X amount of dollars a year on inventory. And I got to make sure that our core user and our key products to outfit those people are in stock before I add in other lines. And it's coming though. My cash won't let me not take it for you. So hang tight with it, and we'll keep you updated.
So he's duck hunting now too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
fun.
cool.
Did he kill 3 mountains the first time
Dude,
out?
that's so
I was
awesome.
a terrible dad. I didn't even take him out and teach him how to shoot a shotgun, like shoot clays or anything. Just first day out. And it started with I couldn't get the gun out, then I couldn't get the gun the safety off, and then a couple hours of going through that process with
clicked,
him.
and there he goes.
Shot 3 mountains.
Dude, that's awesome.
And then 2
that's
more
so
next
cool.
day. He's like, this is the most
Proud
fun
dad
ever.
moment.
Yes, it was. He had a big weekend. He won his tournament Friday night.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Here's another question for Chad. Came in from Billy Bolton, and he asked, Chad, have you ever been coos deer hunting in Arizona or Mexico?
I have not. You know, that's definitely something I've thought about doing quite a bit. Yeah, everyone says it is unreal. I just haven't. You know, usually the later season stuff, I think, is when it's typically the best, correct?
Yeah, late December, January. Really, Mexico's January. Arizona can be in December through January.
So what I've always done was late season whitetail, like Midwest, Ohio and stuff, but I think one of these years I definitely would like to switch and go out there and do that.
I know with Jay Scott, I think 3 years ago, down in a Mexico lease that he has, and it was really fun. I mean, they're super hard to find.
That's what they say, yeah.
And there's a lot of deer, but the big bucks, I mean, they're just hard to find like anywhere. And it takes a lot of patience, but they're beautiful.
How would you compare them to hunting blacktail here?
Totally different.
Really?
Blacktail here are hard. It just depends where you hunt them. Blacktail can be easy if you hunt a great ranch, as you know, or they can be they can be the hardest deer species I think you can hunt. What makes coos deer hard is their color, how small they are, and how hard they are to see. Yeah. I mean, they just flat out disappear when they want to. If they stop moving, you can't find them. If they bed down, they're basically
Is the terrain, are they more living in like rocky?
No, they live in like they live in the mountains. They live in rocky stuff, and then the terrain we were hunting in had tall grass, which made it really tough.
Oh, I bet.
And then lots of cactus and mesquite type of trees, and it's interesting habitat. It's really cool, and that time of year is nice because what else you can hunt in January?
I know.
And,
I'm gonna have to go out and do that. Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Ladies, how are we doing on time?
We're at 27 minutes.
Okay. Just keep rolling through some questions. These are some good ones. I like it.
I like it.
And it's nice it doesn't have to be me the whole time.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, you're doing a lot better job than I do.
Someone said, ask Chad why Abby gets bigger toms.
That's a good question.
She does. So because I'm a damn good guide, that's why.
Oh, really? You're taking the credit.
No, she killed her first turkey. It's actually her first time ever hunting. She went out by herself, got her hunter safety done. I was out of town on a trip, and she's like, I'm going to go get it done. Went out, did it.
No way.
Yep, got it done, and I was like, all right, I'm going to take you. I want to kill a turkey. Oh, yeah, it was perfect. She shot a four-bearded tom the first time. We had no clue.
Never seen a four-bearded tom.
No. I walked up to it, and I flipped it over, and was like, are you kidding me? So you just shot like a 200-inch deer. Yeah.
You're never turkey hunting again. Yeah, exactly.
So then, so that was with a shotgun, and then the next year she's like, okay, I really want to do it with a bow. I want to start bow hunting. So got her a Hoyt, got her all set up, and she had a couple close calls. I think she missed like 3 times, really close. She was super frustrated, but I just told her, we got to keep after it. I actually have a YouTube video. I filmed the whole hunt, and she ended up hammering this giant tom. I think it was like 10.5 inches, but it was like as big around as my wrist. I mean, oh, dude, it was awesome. She was super pumped. Hit it, and then it walked over and died like pretty much right in front of us. So.
Here in California? Or?
Yep.
Nice.
Just right here in, it was out in Woodland, actually. So not too far.
Turkey hunting here. Mm-hmm. They do. Those are so fun. Springtime. It's beautiful here.
Yeah, it was so cool.
That's cool. So has she done any other hunts, or has she just been...
She killed a wild boar. I took her up to like Redding area. And got her first wild boar. It was crazy, dude. We're stalking in on these pigs, and we have her pig out in this like tall grass, probably knee high on me, which isn't that tall,
That's
but
my shin.
yeah. So we're sneaking in on it, and all of a sudden a buck comes running up at us, and we're like, what the hell? Like, it's running towards us,
Sure.
and it stops and looks back, and we're like, what the hell is this thing doing? And then it takes off running towards us again, gets like 10 yards from us, and finally sees us and bolts. And we're like, that was weird.
Yeah.
So we're like, whatever. So we start sneaking in on this pig, and we're getting Abby set up. And I look behind us, and I see something walking our direction, probably 80 yards behind us. And I'm like,
What is
what
it?
the hell is that? And I pull up my bino, it was a mountain lion.
Oh, was it
Stalking
really?
in on it. I think it was stalking that deer, blew the deer out, and then just didn't know we were there, just walking right in on us.
Oh,
Comes
wow.
like 80 yards and then turns and like walks up the hill.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
You know, it's interesting to see. I'm hearing more and more people see it. I mean, we know we got a mountain lion problem here. I don't know if you guys know, but we can't hunt mountain lions in California, and the population's gotten nuts.
Yeah.
And I put up some trail cameras on water for blacktails and have 5-6
No
cats
way.
on the trail cameras. It's becoming a problem. I'm hearing more and more people saying I'm seeing them in encounters like that. And it's
That's the first time I've seen one in California.
Yeah.
And I know I've been around them probably my
around
whole
them all the
life.
time.
But
That's
yeah.
the crazy part.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
You don't see them very often, but I'm hearing more and more of these kind of encounters like that, middle of the day.
Yeah.
Or you're on a hunt and seeing them out, times when we never see them.
It's not
certainly
good,
a problem here. And now we got wolves.
Yeah.
And I know they're not going to let us manage the wolves correctly, so who knows?
I don't know what's going to happen. We
Yeah,
might not be
exactly.
hunting in California too much longer.
Probably not. The Democrats, the
Yeah.
liberals have their way.
So I think we got time for one more question. And this came in from Chris Manka, and he asked, winning UFC fight or nailing a trophy bull?
That's a
Ah,
great
that's a
question.
tough
Which is
one.
more gratifying?
Are we talking like a UFC title fight or just a
Yeah, a big
just
fight and a big bull. Like,
Oh,
it's got to be a big
man.
fight and a big bull.
Like huge fight, 400-inch bull.
Are they just totally different?
They're pretty similar. I
I
mean,
would think so.
they're pretty similar, yeah. As far as like the feeling goes, I would probably have to say the fight. So then I get the payday, and then I can go hunt the bull.
There you go.
So, but as far as feelings go, for me, honestly, that's going to be a tough one. That might be a tie. I don't know. I don't know which one I could choose.
Yeah. Just got a question for you. So you've been doing, I've noticed you on your Instagram, you're doing some training, right?
Yep.
Because you don't want to lose what you've built,
No.
right? And so how often are you still training?
When I'm in town, every day I do
Oh, you
something.
do?
Yep. I'll do something,
You
whether it's
down
strength and
at
conditioning.
your res, or-
Yep.
yeah.
So we were on 17th and I Street, but we just closed that gym and moved to 65th and
Yeah, I
Folsom.
heard that,
Brand new state-of-the-art big gym.
Yeah, your res, that's when you come down and check it out.
Yeah, you got to come check it
Oh, wow.
out. It's awesome. We have a cafe up top. The front's like anyone can come in and just look over the banister and just watch us training. All the pros down below.
It's fun to watch, by the way. It's
Just beating
impressive.
the crap out of each other, and
it's
you go in the back
just a
and it's a
skill
whole
set.
fitness area. So
Oh, cool.
there's whole CrossFit area. There's yoga studio down below. There's some mats and bags in the back as
Nice.
well. Just free weights and treadmills and stuff like that
And then
too.
you did I saw you win some sort of, was it a grappling
Oh,
tournament?
yeah.
Or what, was it a grappling, or was it,
That was Submission Underground.
What was that?
So Chell Sonnen's actually, he's like the promoter for it, but
okay.
it's just straight grappling. They have their own set of rules. I ended up going against Jeff Glover. He was a black belt
Yeah.
world champ. And I think everyone was kind of counting me out. I think I was supposed to lose that.
You're supposed to lose.
I went in there and I beat him. So
Did you?
yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
did.
How much? So when you're training, like you're doing some, you're punching. Like what have you been doing to stay kind of that skill set of being, so you don't lose it to fight,
Yep.
but not burning
Overtrain.
yourself out in the process, right?
I just kind of mix and match
Yeah.
days of what I do. So like
some striking, some
Yep,
grappling.
some days, a lot of it right now, I'm doing more strength and conditioning, so I'm keeping the strength up, keeping my conditioning, not obviously like championship.
Pre-fight, yeah.
Yeah, but not to where I'm
Yeah.
just like a fat slob, So I keep that up, and then I'll mix and match. So one day I'll do just like maybe mitts, so it's just straight
Yeah,
boxing.
I've seen you do
I'll
that.
do
It's
pro
so
practice where it's kind of a mix of everything, just wrestling,
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu, just kind of mix and match and bounce around day to day.
And then how far in advance does training camp start?
Typically 10 weeks out is
That's
when
10
we
weeks.
start buckling down. 8 to 10 weeks, it depends. But
Yeah.
that's when it's
And is
just
that
balls
like
to the wall.
There all day doing different things?
Yeah, I
Try
mean,
not to burn yourself out,
yeah,
not to get
that-
hurt, but ramp in on fitness.
Yep.
and-
The toughest part is not getting burnt out because you got so many different things you have to train. So you need the cardio, the strength and conditioning stuff. You still have to work your wrestling, so you got to do a wrestling workout.
Yeah.
Boxing, you got to do boxing workouts. Kickboxing,
Yep.
the jiu-jitsu. and then
It's crazy.
basically all the pro press.
Yeah.
You have to spar too. So it's like there's so many different aspects to it that you have to train and stay sharp on, especially this day and age in the sport. But you just got to like fine line of, okay, I know this is the second workout of the day. My body's feeling a little run down. Tomorrow I'm maybe going to do one lighter workout or two lighter workouts, and then you just got to kind of play it out throughout your weeks. But
and how much of the camp do you adjust based on who you're fighting? Like you go, this guy's he struggles with ground game, so we're going to focus on that, or do you just always work it on your all around
You typically do everything, but like we'll watch video and tape on a guy. If we see his weaknesses or what his strengths are, we'll just mix and match like the training. We'll put more, say he's like a really good jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah. We'll work a lot of jits, and then maybe his stand-up's weak, so we'll work a lot of stand-up knowing that we're going to
take advantage of that.
Yep, kind of sprawl and brawl type stuff, Just don't let him get us to the ground and just beat the crap out of him.
Such an awesome sport. Yeah. I'm so glad I don't do it. It's so fun to watch, though.
Oh, we're
I don't
crazy.
know how you, like, when that cage shut, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so scared.
There's times where that cage closes and you're like, what the hell's wrong with me?
Why do I get myself into this for?
Jeez, and then you just get in there and brawl. But
that's awesome. It's fun to watch. I can't wait to see you get back in there.
I can't wait.
Well, hey, thanks for logging on today, Chad. Always good to see you, man. I'm so glad you're doing well. Don't surprise me. It's great to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
Another great Facebook Live and Instagram Live, and thanks for everybody taking the time today and tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
More flattering than people
that was cool.
listening to you and I talk.
Right?
All right,
Sorry about that.
See you next week.
See ya.